So the cat and dog, sometimes referred to as cats and cows, needs to be done well to be mostly valuable. So at the top, I want the chin tucked, the pelvis tucked under. It's almost like I'm doing a crunch. My chin's down, my shoulder blades are spread. When I go back, the elbows stay straight, and I pull the shoulders back, but I don't want them to shrug up to my ears. They pull back, I tilt my hips over. So if you've seen me in other videos, you know I have a big lumbar curve. My hips sit forward a little bit. So I don't emphasize the down phase, I emphasize the up phase. But if you're different from me, you're rounded, you might work here, but only go through comfortable positions. But as you get comfortable in the flow of that flexion and extension, moving the pelvis, moving the shoulder blades, moving the spine in between, I encourage some small variations. You'll find ones that serve you better. So as I face the camera, if I move one hand forward, one hand back, that biases my spine essentially a little bit this way. You could even exaggerate it with a hand in front. You'd go the other side. You could do the same thing from the bottom up. So I'll take a knee, move it forward a little bit. Now that's brought my pelvis up on that side, and I could switch legs. For a back like mine, with that big lumbar curve, a little resistance actually is a really nice feeling. So we take a band, and it's a pretty thick band. I'm gonna go here. Notice how I anchored on my hands, and now it's in my low back. So when I go from this position, where it's pulling me into the mistake that I often make, as Gray Cook might say, I'm gonna use that to load the musculature that would help correct that mistake from there. So that's a nice option. Elevation of the hands or the knees can serve you well too. So if you feel like you want a little bit more mobility in the upper back, you could go hands on, so they're up, and then the curve is going to be a little less extreme in the low back, though still moving, and more movement of the upper shoulder blade region. If I reverse it, it's not the one that I do for my body, but for clients that have flat low backs, I take them here, I shift the weight forward onto the hands, I round up here, and I arch down there, and up, and down. Again, on my body, I don't want to go too extreme with the dog tilt. I would emphasize the cat tilt, but you have to tailor it to your body. But it's a wonderful inclusion in every workout, in every therapeutic session, just to get some sagittal plane motion in the spine, and the variations offer some different stimulus to try to expand that value. Just pick the ones that work best for you.